Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Species 7 here, I'm running the Grazyland map for Farm Sim 15. And, well, I'm not harvesting potatoes anymore, that's a good sign. Actually, I have harvested all the crops, and I thought, rather than sort of just zippity-doo the clock down to the next day, because that's what we really do sort of need to happen, two things stopped me from doing that. One, I thought, well, if we are going to advance time, well, let's take full advantage of it. So I brought the big mower up here, and I have mowed our meadow, and I'm just picking up the last of the grass now. And I have actually been running pretty much all of it out to the animal farm directly. So, it seemed like the best way to do this. I don't know if I'll quite get it all, but I don't know if it'll be worth coming back for the last little bit either. Maybe. Not really. I figure from where we hit about the 25,000 mark. Ooh, we are getting almost a full trailer, aren't we? Where is the last row anyway? Is there no last row below? So yeah, I decided we might as well get some grass off of here. Now, unfortunately, I haven't actually been able to give any of it to the cows. Everything else on the animal farm, i.e. the sheep, well, that's hardly everything else, is full. But I couldn't give any to the cows because the trigger for the grass, which I'm going to have to assume is inside the shed somewhere. I don't know that we'll come back for this last little bit. Because I could not find one anywhere else. I mean, again, it's not like I haven't been wrong before. But this trailer's just too big. You can basically get up to the shed doors, but no farther. Well, shed, I mean, it's quite a big cow byre, actually. So I haven't been able to give them grass, but there's enough of it there now on the animal farm in storage, and the cows are actually at 110% production, or they were. There's enough grass in storage there that when I do, and I will very soon, move either the loader or the forklift out there, I will be able to give them all of the grass their mooey little hearts desire. However, as soon as I deliver this last one, what we will do, I think, is pop over to Field 7, start advancing time. Well, no, not Field 7. Well, we want to go to Field 7 and have a look at the numbers. And then we will head out to the cornfield. And I will advance time and see what happens on that front. I wanted to just get as much stuff into the critters as I could, because I know advancing time overnight is going to produce some good numbers. And obviously the better the input, the bigger the output. So, that's what I've been up to. Silly old me. Don't go up that road, you'll slam right into the garage door. Not that I've done it personally, you understand. Okay then. You guys are actually going to think I know my way around. I've done this like, how many rows of grass was there? I think 16 rows or something we got off of that. That's even using the big M500, I think it's called. Which I believe is probably the biggest mower in the game. So here's something kind of weird. That belt we just went under, that is of course a manure belt. When I pulled out of here, keep in mind, you haven't seen it yet, but that's the trailer I'm using, okay? So that's the big Stroutman forage wagon. Now, as far as I know, forage wagons shouldn't carry manure. But when I went under the belt, sure enough, the sucker dropped manure into the wagon. I actually went and dumped it into the composting plant, or whatever the heck that is, just up the road there. So, it seems reasonable. Alright. And in with our very last load of grass. Like I said, it didn't do too bad. In fact, there was a heck of a lot more grass on that field this time, I believe, than there was the last time. As you can see, we're gonna hit 500,000 here with this trailer. So, yeah, I've also filled up the feeding station down the road there. And it takes a full trailer, 50,000 liters. So, there you go. That's the grass, all the grass, and nothing but the grass. By guppies. So, what is next? Well, as I said, I think what we should do, I believe all the fields started with exactly the same numbers, and the only thing that's changed so far, well, we'll go that way fine, is, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to the animal farm, where the heck am I? Well, might as well head along this way anyways, and then I'll turn down when I get level with the other field. Yeah, that'll work fine. And I've completely lost my train of thought. Well, it wasn't so much a train as a bus. A very, very short bus. So, yeah, we'll, I think, oh, that's right, all the fields started with the same numbers. The only thing that has changed is the amount of moisture. It has dropped considerably. You'll see all of these fields here, our moisture is at about 40-something%. That's also what it is on the fields our crops were on. It was at 57-something% before we took crops on. And moisture is something that you do have to deal with this time around with this particular management mod. So, we will do the best we can. I left the big M500 sitting up at the pellet factory because it's right at the end of our meadow, pretty much. That's a new addition, I believe, on this version of the map, is the pellet factory. Which is good, because I really couldn't find the darn thing before. I was just looking at something. I'm so easily called away. Is that our house from the back, or is that the shed? Whoops. Where are you going, dummy? Good gracious, boy. Oh no, what have you done? Okay, nobody saw that, right? Yeah, it turns out you can actually go through those guardrails. Here's the big secret, some of them. Okay, well that was a job well excellent done and all of that happiness for sure. And that is going to do good for us, having all of that grass. Okay, where would we like to put this? Yeah, it's not that filthy. Not that filthy yet. That's what the two pieces of gear that are sitting there are waiting for. Is a quick pressure washing. Well, I guess I need to dump off this trailer somewhere before I think about putting the tractor away. Silly thing. Okay. So, which one? Two. That's the one I want. And I'm gonna cheat. Cheaters never prosper. Whee! There we go. And in. Sure, far enough over, it'll clip that thing. Beautiful. Alright, so we have a lover leaf. Ooh, that's something I wanted to check. I did put a bunch of the straw. Ouch. It's okay, this thing's got tires on it like moons anyways. Running over a little curb like that. I did put a lot of straw in here, and I want to see if it's progressing yet. So, not bad. We actually have 6% silage. Cool. Very, very cool. So that works great. That works just great. Okay, that's the one for harvesters. Here be tractors. Could you open the door, man? Thank you. Silly thing. There we go. So now... Ow. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. A couple of things we need to do. One, just quickly zippity-doo over to field 7. And you guys remember these numbers. I will too. I might even write them down. Nah. Okay, we just gotta pop over the hill. And around the tree and over the hill. Your grandmother's house we go. And up this path and we'll find field 7. Oh, it's a beautiful field. Have you seen this field? Alright, here you are, you little postage stamp devil. See, I mean, this is like, what a great little test field, eh? So, 43%, but that's not the one I'm terribly concerned with. Nutrient times 5. And then for the N, or nitrogen, and then our potassium and our potash is times 4. Okay. So a 5 and a 4 is where we want to see that. Well, we want to see what happens tomorrow. So what I'm going to do now is show off all the gear. Here we are in our little cornfield, also affectionately known as Field 13. And time to use the magic of Hollywood and watch how only one clock changes. Yeah, I reinstalled the time and date mod. I kind of like having that up there, and that lets you guys know when I'm actually sitting here doing this that I am an actual live person and not a Google bot. Well, I suppose it doesn't really prove any of that, but there you are, it was something to say. Alright. Now, oh, that's just cool, eh? Look at that, hills turning purple, and that's pretty neat. Of course, I am supposed to be watching the corn, but I've done more thrilling things. I like how the colors get all freaky in certain lighting. Just like in real life, of course. That's a lot of what actually decides if this harvest is coming out is the color of the light, believe it or not. Because the sun not only rises and sets, it also changes its angle on the horizon throughout the year. And the lower the angle, the whiter the colors. So, in the winter and the spring, you don't get a lot of yellows and reds in the spectrum. You get more blues in that end of the spectrum. And then come the fall, you get a lot of yellows and reds, and those yellows and reds are one of the triggers that make plants go, hey, I think I'm going to be all kinds of mature. Now, we might as well look at this. Alright, so we are there. This blue up here, of course, is our grass field, and we don't really care. I don't think it can wither. You will notice I said I don't think, because I can say that freely, and know that no one would question it. Alright, well, I do not have the the actual time fast forward mod, the super fast one, because from what I understand, it can interfere with other mods that rely on time, especially the one that's built into this soil mod that used to be, I believe, standalone, called the night growth mod, where all of your growth, and if we watch, it takes place at midnight, I believe, which we are slowly approaching here. We're not far off. Hey, cool. A bit of a blue moon. Having an Elvis kind of night. So let's see what we've got in here for moisture. It's 43% in here, so I guess just in general the ground is starting to dry out a little since the last rain. Okay. I would have thought having actual crop cover would have retained some of that moisture. Alright, we are getting a little less as well. Obviously there's less on the dirt road, but... Okay, we're back up to 43 in the field. Okay, we should be seeing a growth thing starting in here any time now. Or at least I think that's the way it was supposed to happen. Oh, we're into the dark blue. I'm not terribly concerned as long as, like I said, I just don't really want it to come ripe in the middle of the night. I'd prefer it to be daytime. Beyond that, it's doing just funky dorky. Now, be ripe, be happy, don't worry. In the morning we cut all your little heads off. Oops, probably shouldn't tell them that. Don't want to be chopping down stressed corn. Ooh, there we go. There's a burst and a half. Alright, now. Yeah, we're still in the very first phase. We should be able to go the last 3 hours. Awesome. And that's what I wanted to see. So, we know that's good. So we're quickly going to sprint across to field 7. Ooh, big time spikes. Don't spike again, this car will have time to catch up and run over me. Alright, well, 4 a.m. Well, other than the moisture level having gone back up a little bit, likely because of the dew at night, we don't seem to have lost too much. Well, that's a little bit odd. That's a little bit... Oh, what do we got here? Ooh, we got weeds coming in. Look at this, guys. Eek. Yeah, look at that. Weed infestation, 24%. Oh, no, look at it over here. Eee. Okay. So, yeah, we are... we're not going to get off totally easy, that's for sure. Wow, we were getting a bunch of spikes. Alright, well, it's daylight. I guess we can go back to normal. Normalness. There we go. Back to one-on-one time. Alright, so... Well, we know the first thing we've got to do is get some herbicide out here. So, I'm wondering if that weed prevention, if that's going to come up as a percentage. Because herbicide and weed prevention is the same thing, basically. Well, herbicide is what you use for weed prevention, right? And it kills weeds. See what I mean about the weird pattern from the lights? I was telling you guys about this when I first loaded the game. Yeah, I don't think that's quite right. But that's alright. In about either at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. those go off anyway, and then we don't have to worry about it. So there you go, guys. That's, I think, going to do it for this one. So next time around, I guess the first thing we're going to have to do, and I believe it's right around the corner. Now I have this sprayer, what they call the Frog, the John Deere Frog. And we also have a normal guy like this, and we also have its big brother, the tow behind. And we will make our choices, I guess, from there. Now, we'll see when we attach it to a tractor, obviously. Let's get this guy open. And this side we have, looks like just a little bit of calc. What's on the other side? Same kind of deal. Yeah, okay. Because I'm not sure. I know on some maps there is actually separate sort of piles of NP and K, and there are NPK. And, but the other way they may do it is you simply, you know, pick a fruit with the O button on your particular implement once you have it mounted to your tractor. But we'll see how that goes next time, guys. I think I'm going to end this just by grabbing my power washer. Look at that. We've owned it for exactly 24 hours. Think they'll take it back? I wouldn't want them to, actually. As it turns out, it's a pretty darn nice tractor. Good bit of DLC. If you like to support Giants, because let's face it, they made a heck of a good game, and they've been nice in the way they support us. So if you like to support them, this piece of DLC, definitely worth it. The other one, I don't know, maybe not so much. If you see it come onto the Steam sale, and I actually just missed it, I thought about it and I was doing something else, like, yeah, I'll get back to it there, and yeah. Next time I looked, it's, where is it? Oh no, it's not on anymore. So yeah, they actually had it at, I think, 50% off once. But they will again. Steam's due to come up with their, oof, look at you, their spring sale pretty soon, so. But, as for this particular DLC, oh, way worth it, guys. The JCB DLC, nice stuff. So, but I'm going to leave it there. Next time around, we are going to start prepping our test field. Now, so far, it didn't really change that much. In fact, it might be worth the temptation. I will read the documentation to make sure that we've done everything super fine to this point. But it may turn out that we either run it for another day and then check the levels, or we may have to spray our herbicide first and then see where we go from there. And I'm not sure if we have to wait a day after doing that to check anything else. I don't think so. But what the heck do I know, right? So I will find a place for this. Now I think yeah, this is where we had it, which is why that particular door is open. So, in you go, mate. Okay, I'm gonna say that's not where we had it, because it will not fit through the door. Well, we'll have to see if the doors down at the white sheds are any better. But, till then, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. You're doing me a world of good. Leave lots of comments. I enjoy chatting with you guys. And till next time, well, of great importance, take care of each other, folks. This has been Species 7 for Grazyland on Farm Sim 15. Ciao for now.